The Boston Marathon bomber makes his first appearance in court. Good evening. I'm Mark Martin.
And I'm Wendy Griffith. 19-year-old Tsarnaev pled not guilty today to 30 charges in the Boston Marathon bombing. 3 people were killed and 264 others were wounded in that terror attack. Meanwhile, the nation's leaders are asking why Boston law enforcement didn't see it coming. Heather Sells has our top story tonight.
Boston police should have known more about Tamerlan and Tsarnaev, the 2 bombing suspects, before their explosives ever went off. In hearings in both the Senate and the House today, experts agreed on that point. House Homeland Security Chair Mike McCall noted that Boston police did not know that the FBI had opened a criminal investigation into Tamerlan, nor that he had traveled to Dagestan.
So it seems to me they're a great force multiplier, but here we are 12 years after 9/11. And we still are not seeing that kind of coordination and communication taking place. And when the FBI says we don't have the resources, why don't you leverage state and locals? They want to help. The Boston police wanted to be a part of this. They wanted to be at the table.
Former New York Mayor Rudolph Giuliani also testified, noting that the country's 800,000 police could enhance FBI efforts. The FBI has just 12,000 agents.
If you're trying to find a needle in a haystack in a community in America, the FBI cannot do it.
The Boston bombing also underscored the threat of small but deadly attacks, a big headache for law enforcement since tracking individuals is so labor-intensive.
Detecting that tipping point where someone moves from radicalized to mobilized is the very hardest piece.
Leader, the former head of the National Counterterrorism Center, also pointed out that since 9/11, the country has been largely successful in thwarting terrorism at home.
I don't want to make light of the losses we've suffered, but frankly, in my view, it is nothing short of remarkable that since 9/11, we have had a total of 18 people killed in the homeland by al-Qaeda-inspired terrorism. 13 at Fort Hood, 1 at Little Rock, and 4 in Boston most recently.
In Boston's case, many lives were spared thanks to first responders who were trained specifically for terror attacks. Heather Sells, CBN News.